The Lover's meaning. Your first instinct will most likely be to associate this card as representing love, but, much like love, it does not possess a simple nature. Not only does love comes in many forms, but the Lovers may indicate important or difficult choices ahead in your life. This is bad, in that the choices it portends are generally mutually exclusive, paths to two very different futures, but also good, in that it also confirms that at least one of those paths will take you to a good place. As such, if you happen to find it in your spread, you should consider it carefully, but not fear it. It tells a story of difficult choices, likely painful, but that the correct decision and a positive outcome are within your grasp. It's possible when this card appears that you are feeling ambivalent about a relationship or situation in your life. It could be that your heart is telling you one thing, and your head, another. In general, the thing to do is, within the bounds of your morality, to follow your heart. Some people say there are only two modes that any of us are operating under at any time, and that's fear or love. When you can, choose love. Past. By becoming more in tune with yourself, you will be more able to connect with others. The emotional burden of a recent conflict will soon be lifted and a successful resolution reached. Present. There is an approaching conflict that will test your values. In order to progress, you are going to have to make a decision between love and career. Neither will disappear forever, but the choice will shape your priorities. Future. It will benefit you to remember that opposites are two sides of the same coin, there is not one without the other. The right choice will be made only if you have accepted others and yourself. The Lovers suggest being at a crossroads somewhere in your life. While this card is highly symbolic of relationships, love, and togetherness, it could also be revealing a positive business partnership or teaming up to move forward in your life. The answer to your question is yes. Work. You may be facing a choice or decision in relation to work. Analyze all available information, then make your best choice. It's possible that what you initially interpret as a bad thing will turn out to work in your favor. Be cautious about mixing business with romance. If you chose to go there, make sure you know exactly what the stakes are. Love. When this card appears, it usually means this time is likely to bring love in capital letters to the center stage of your life. This is either a new relationship, or a powerful rebonding of an old one. Either way, you will be quite happy about how romance is going, and others will likely remark that you are glowing. This is serious stuff. It could mean, even in a new relationship, where you are meeting each other's families and talking about forever. Again, share your joy with those around you who need it. Life will feel blissful to you now, which is wonderful. Finances. Things are likely to be going so blissfully for you romantically that it would be easy for you to lose track of where you are with your personal/financial life. Most things can wait, of course, but some things absolutely cannot, so just be sure that you don't lose sight of the things you really must do. Health. If you are facing health challenges, know that the right partner to help you get back to wholeness will come to you. Whether that's a traditional doctor, nurse, or healer depends a great deal on your preferences and choice in life. Again, if you are facing challenges, think deeply about your current understanding about health and wellness, and undertaking any healing affirmations/forgiveness work that you may need to do. Spirituality. Again, working with a special person, like a mentor or leader that you have faith in, can help you along your spiritual journey. However, don't blindly follow, question everything, listen to your heart and your gut reactions, take what is offered that is helpful to you, and disregard the rest. A mentor may be getting ready to come into your life. Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Playing cards first entered Europe in the late 14th century, most likely from Mamluk Egypt, with suits of batons or polo sticks, coins, swords, and cups. These suits were very similar to modern tarot divination decks and are still used in traditional Italian, Spanish and Portuguese playing card decks. The first documented tarot packs were recorded between 1440 and 1450 in Milan, Ferrara, Florence, and Bologna, when additional trump cards with allegorical illustrations were added to the common four-suit pack. These new decks were called Carte de Triomphe, triumph cards, and the additional cards known simply as Triomphe, which became trumps in English. The earliest documentation of Triomphe is found in a written statement in the court records of Florence, in 1440, regarding the transfer of two decks to Sigismondo Pandolfo Malatesta. The oldest surviving tarot cards are the 15 or so Visconti Sforza tarot decks painted in the mid-15th century for the rulers of the Duchy of Milan. A lost tarot-like pack was commissioned by Duke Filippo Maria Visconti and described by Marciano da Tortona probably between 1418 and 1425, since the painter he mentions, Michelino da Bisazzo, returned to Milan in 1418, while Marciano himself died in 1425. He described a 60-card deck with 16 cards having images of the Greek gods and suits depicting 4 kinds of birds. The 16 cards were regarded as trumps since in 1449 Jacopo Antonio Marcello recalled that the now deceased duke had invented a novum quadam et exquisitum triumphorum genus, or a new and exquisite kind of triumphs. Other early decks that also showcased classical motifs include the Solabusca and Boiardo Viti decks of the 1490s. In Florence, an expanded deck called Minchiate was used. This deck of 97 cards includes astrological symbols and the 4 elements, as well as traditional tarot motifs. Although a Dominican preacher inveighed against the evil inherent in cards in a sermon in the 15th century, no routine condemnations of tarot were found during its early history. Because the earliest tarot cards were hand-painted, the number of the decks produced is thought to have been small. It was only after the invention of the printing press that mass production of cards became possible. The expansion of tarot outside of Italy, first to France and Switzerland, occurred during the Italian Wars. The most important tarot pattern used in these two countries was the Tarot of Marseilles of Milanese origin.